All right, let's go back to one of our top stories from earlier, of course, where Tshwane municipality, or rather more city of Tshwane assets went up in flames today as the wage increase impasse between the municipality and workers intensified. Several municipal buses and vehicles were torched and stoned after the Tshwane Mayor reiterated his stance not to pay salary increases. This comes after renewed tensions at Tshwane House, with EFF members staging a protest against the mayor and ActionSA threatening to table a motion of no confidence and the Tshwane Mayor for failing to pay the workers from the city of Tshwane. For more on this, we're now joined by Tshwane Regional Secretary for Southern African Municipal Workers Union. Her name is Precious Theledi and joins us via our video link. Precious, thank you so much for joining us here on the late edition today. Of course, we have seen that you have been at loggerheads with the city of Tshwane and the mayor of Tshwane for quite some time now. And of course, we've seen subsequently a protest taking place following that council meeting that ended at around 2 a.m. this morning.
Yes, the council meeting ended this morning. Yes, that's correct.
Yes, tell us about the impasse you currently see with the city of Tshwane. I mean, just yesterday when we speak about this council that ended at around 2 a.m., it was indeed because of ActionSA telling the city of Tshwane and the mayor that it needs to accede to the call to pay the workers in Tshwane, something that has been promised to them and an agreement that was reneged upon by the city of Tshwane.
Yes, the ActionSA has tabled a motion regarding workers' plight, demanding that dismissed workers be reinstated and the city ensure that they pay salary increases. Yes, that's the motion that they have put forward. But we have seen that council couldn't even listen to the motion. There were up and downs with disagreement in council because the DA has already tabled a report regarding the appointment of the city mayor. And honestly, how can the city come up with a report to appoint the deputy mayor?
Yeah.
Whereas they are claiming they don't have money to pay salary increase. Where will they get that money to pay the deputy mayor? So that's where council is at. And we are hoping in the continuation of council sometime next week, our issue will be delivered and be resolved.
What do you make of the sudden turn of events where ActionSA, who is a partner to the multi-party coalition headed by the DA in the city of Tshwane, is now calling for your members to be paid their salaries and to be reinstated back into the city?
I think the ActionSA is realizing that they made a mistake for approving a budget with a 0% increase for workers. Honestly, with the inflation that is there and the city budget for zero, if the city is really caring about their workers, they should have at least budgeted for at least a 1.5 or 1% or something. To show their commitment in ensuring that workers do get salaries that are on par with the inflation. But the city, they don't care. You can see with the way they are dealing with this issue. Instead of the city manager being the one who's in the forefront of leading this thing as an accounting official. You see politicians running with the story because they are busy utilizing our plight as a campaign tool for the 2024 election. Honestly, this cannot be correct for politicians to interfere in because it's their mess for not approving a budget with a certain percentage for cuts. or at least approve it with the percentage that has been agreed upon. It's them again that should fix the mistake that they have done.
Precious, I'm going to ask you to speak closer to your mic. We seem to be losing you there when it comes to the sound quality. At the same time, what would you actually like to see from the city of Tshwane when it tries, to amend or, because they keep on saying that they have no money. We've just spoken to Kwena Moloto from the DA in the city of Tshwane. He says it's impossible to give workers their increases. What would you like to see? Do you want the city to meet you halfway, or do you want the city to pay the workers what is due to them?
During the city's application for exemption, it was clearly stated through their financials that they have submitted with their application for exemption. It was clearly stated there that the city do have money. They did budgeted for employee related matters, like the posts, like where my post where it's budgeted because I have a salary. Even those that are post on natural attrition, whereby people have passed on, people have resigned, people have gone on pension. Those posts are budgeted for. And the salaries now, because they are no longer going to an individual, the city is paying on those salaries. So those salaries, when we calculated, they amounted to a very, very impressive amount where the city can be able to pay at least the 5.4% salary of this year. But the city continuously says that they don't have money. Yet, we have seen them indicating that they are taking the chief of staff of the office of the mayor to an overseas trip. I forgot the name of the country. But because they knew that this is going to be a hot potato for them, they then abandoned it. Now they are bringing in the appointment of the deputy mayor.
Yeah.
And in council today, it was raised by politicians that the office of the executive mayor, they are costing the city close to 19 million.
And Precious, before I let you go, I want to touch on another aspect that we've seen today, the violence in the city of Tshwane. Surely as workers and your members in SAMWU, as they continue to highlight their plight in the city of Tshwane, surely violence is not the answer, like we've just seen in our reporter from tonight, where we've seen some of the assets in the city of Tshwane being torched.
We issued a communication some time back indicating that our members are reporting at work, and our members are not the ones that are touching. And as SAMWU, we indicated that we are not necessarily condoning violence. Violence cannot be a way to resolve the impasse between us and the city. And we are employing the city to indicate where they have a person, and that person is a SAMWU member. They should indicate to us that this is your member, they did 1, 2, 3, because where we are sitting, we are sure that our members are not the ones who are doing what is being happening. We've been crying off two of trades. How can we now touch the very same tool of trade that we are saying is not enough?
All right.
So we are not taking responsibility for that one.
All right, Precious. Thank you so much for your time. It seems as if that strike in the city of Tshwane is not about to end anytime soon. That is Precious Theledi. She is the Tshwane Regional Secretary for the South African Municipal Workers Union.